The snow machine is going steady in the mountains. News 13's Victoria DUNKLE is streaming live in Haywood County this morning. And Victoria, we can see the snow falling there. Where else is it coming down still?
Well, it's coming down in a lot of places. In fact, this is probably the lightest the snowfall has been since we pulled over here in Canton and decided to do the live shot from here. You can see on the ground they've got a good amount of snow that is piled up here. And this is the situation in many places, but other places it's even higher. I was talking to our friends in Madison County. They said, in their words, it's been pouring snow all night. Same thing for folks in Swain County, nonstop snow. Madison County says that they haven't had any accidents, but everything is white. Haywood County says that, of course, there's the snow, the 6 inches of snow they got in Maggie Valley yesterday, but like in Waynesville, about an inch on the grass. So it's a very different situation and picture to where you are. But right now we're checking the road situations, and Highway Patrol tells me no accidents at this point. You can see traffic is moving pretty smoothly here, but like Holly said, these roads, they're wet. So if you come across one and it looks a little wet, you got to be careful because the temperatures are so low that we could easily get into a situation with black ice. There are several schools that went ahead and made the call even way early this morning and closed or delayed. And we'll be following that situation for you with the information across the bottom of our screen as well as on our website, WLOS.com. And coming up, we're going to be taking a look at some of the other accumulations and letting you know where the trouble spots are. I'll be calling folks and finding out all morning long for you. Reporting live in Haywood County, Victoria DUNKLE, News 13.
A new snow is coming down in the mountains today. News 13's Victoria DUNKLE is streaming live in Haywood County this morning. And Victoria, the snow hasn't stopped falling there the whole time you've been out there so far.
No, it really hasn't. It's been pretty steady the whole time out here, Holly. And as you can see, it's really already been accumulating. We had just a little bit less than this when we first got here. It's covered up the grass here now. The grass was sticking out just a little bit when we arrived. Roads are wet and traffic is moving pretty steadily along here. But what I'm hearing from around the different counties and so on is that there are a few icy spots. Mitchell County, the folks, the dispatchers there told me everything's iced over. And the situation was a little bit worse yesterday morning, a little later in the morning, but it's really nonstop snowing. If we look at the video, folks in Maggie Valley got up to 6 inches of snow, and other parts of the mountains got, multiple inches, 3, 4, and so on. What we're dealing with is what a lot of people are frustrated by because this is spring break week for some folks. This is this first full week of spring, but other folks who live in some of those higher elevations say it's really not that surprising.
It's okay, it's really not been a very bad winter, and if this is the last of it, that's great.
Okay. Do you think it'll be the last of it?
I hope so.
Okay.
Well, a lot of people are hoping it'll be the last of it. Some people are hoping they'll at least get the first of it. I mean, I know my kids are on spring break and they're saying, we want to see enough snow to bring out the sleds, Mom. I don't know if that's going to happen this time, but right now it hasn't stopped snowing here in Canton. We drove through snow flurries like this from the station in Asheville, so hopefully we'll at least see a little bit. But we'll be tracking the conditions as people start to wake up and start their days. Of course, that's when we start seeing more trouble on the roads. We'll let you know the trouble spots all morning long. Live in Canton, Victoria DUNKLE, News 13.
Non-stop. That's how people in several mountain counties are describing the snowfall. News 13's Victoria DUNKLE is streaming live this morning in Canton. And Victoria, where are folks still waking up to fresh accumulation?
Well, I've been asking folks to let me know that on my Facebook page, and one of my friends, Teddy Souther, up in Mars Hill, says live off Highway 23, got about 10 inches of snow there. A couple other folks, Cindy Grady, Lake Toxaway. She says, we never talk about Lake Toxaway. Well, I'm talking about it, Cindy, because what did you say? You've got 3+ inches of snow, and the winds are a big issue for you there this morning. Also, we're telling about 10 inches of snow up in Black Camp Gap in Maggie Valley. It's still snowing. It's still snowing. It's still snowing. That's what I get when I make the calls around. You can see it really hasn't stopped snowing since we got here in Canton this morning. We got here about 4:30 and set up, and it was snowing about this heavy. And it hasn't really stopped, maybe for about 5 minutes here or there. It's gotten a little bit lighter. Every car we're seeing coming off the highway here has snow on it. The big concern, obviously, is being careful when you are going out there. We had places like Maggie Valley that got 6 inches of snow yesterday. The snow hasn't stopped. Mars Hill and Madison County, I was checking with them, and they said it's just been pouring snow all night long. And we're seeing it move a little bit closer into the Asheville area as well. So do be careful. Watch out for the roads like Jeff was telling us. It's going to be a tricky morning, and the only upside right now here is that the wind has died down. But boy, is it cold. So bundle up if you do have to go outside. Reporting live in Canton, Victoria DUNKLE, News 13.
Day 2 of a winter storm hitting the mountains in the spring. News 13's Victoria DUNKLE is streaming live in Canton this morning. And Victoria, some folks are watching snow pile up on close to a foot of snow from yesterday.
Yeah, that's exactly the situation. To give you an idea of how much it's been snowing here in Canton since we got here, I take a step here in the snow, and that's what I left behind. Well, here's where the first footprints from earlier this morning are. So it has completely covered up where we walked earlier, and it's still coming down. And I want to call on our team coverage right now. We're dealing with, if I can get my computer to open up here, my folks, friends on Facebook saying, Laura Lampkin says they've got about 7 to 8 inches of snow on Barnardsville Mountain. Mark Jackson says there's 6 inches in Bald Creek in Yancey County. Also, we've got pictures being posted to our Facebook page. Roads are tricky on Emma's Grove and Mills Gap. There's snow in Candler, 5 inches and counting at about 4,000 feet in Waynesville and Lake Junaluska. Thank you for being part of our weather team this morning and letting us know what's been going on in your area. The snow has been falling steadily. Mars Hill, Madison County, Marshall, they're reporting nonstop snow overnight. Swain County had some of the brunt yesterday. Macon County, now Macon County earlier said things were quiet, but they had definitely taken the hit yesterday. Maggie Valley saw 6 inches, and it's been snowing there most of the night as well. Stay with us. We'll be out here live bringing you updates on the conditions throughout the morning. Reporting live in Canton, Victoria, DUNKLE News 13.